go. I clicked add source and then capture card, and it was like, no. And then it just straight up crashed. Let's hope this doesn't crash it as well. Um, there we go. We're back on the PS3 tonight. Yeah. Fancy. Alright. Bitrate's pretty high, but we haven't dropped any frames yet. My Wi-Fi is decaying faster than my PS1. Oh no. Is it just that it hasn't detected the frames? I mean, XSplit decayed pretty quick there. Not seeing any issues so far. Yeah, I'm not getting any issues on my end. We're gonna hope it stays like that. Not that it really affects the, like, re-uploads anymore. It used to affect it a whole bunch, but, you know, fix that issue. Presumably. The audio is going to be super delayed on my end, I already know. But oh well. So yeah, welcome to the real start of Castlevania. The real beginning. Ooh, that's loud! Okay, Konami, enough of that. First off, we have to appreciate the music. After your previous stream beat the game, made sure not to use the Crissagram. I mean, hey, you know, we won't be using the Crissagram here. I'm not even going to be grinding for it. If we see it, we see it. If we don't, we don't. That's sort of my, my approach to it. But yeah, we have to appreciate this, file select. Because it's very well composed. The entire series from here on out is going to be composed by the same person as far as I'm aware. We'll just name ourselves Alucard. Alright, it's time for the legendary speech. Alright, yeah, here we go. Time to play as Richter. I did not know that you could, break that piece of the wall. Oh shit! There's something up here. See, I am far from learning all the secrets in this game. I don't know everything. I'd say I barely know, like, half of what's in this game. Oh shit. We can make that for sure. Just have to time it right. But Why are these things I can farm? Huh. Weird. Down, up, X is Shoryuken. Up, down, forward, square is the forward dashing. Let's try it. Down, up, X. Oh my god! And then up, down, forward.
Die, monster.
Here it is.
You don't belong in this world.
It was not by my hand that I'm once again given flesh. I was called here by humans who wish to pay me tribute.
Tribute? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
Perhaps the same could be said of all religions.
Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. How about you?
Such a good speech! You have to roll your thumb across forward. Yeah, I sort of figured that out. It's very finicky. Oh shit, he can slide in this game. I'm used to Dracula X Chronicles where he just can't. Shit. Speaking of being used to Dracula X Chronicles. It is a really incredible intro, honestly. It's just a shame that back then, you know, people didn't have the context as to what this intro, like, was. And also, you know, finicky translation that was a little, let's just say more than a little off. What is a man? I will say, every single one of Dracula's lines in this opening is perfect. Watching the background get, like, ripped away for this, like, spiraling one is so fucking cool. And we can do Grand Cross here. Yeah, there it is. Oh yeah, if you die during this, Maria shows up and uses her animal magic on you and makes you turbo strong. No, seriously, what is a man? And that there is how you do the, like, an opening to a fucking video game. Does this have a voiceover? No? Guess I'm reading it. It was Richter Belmont, the legendary vampire hunter who succeeded in finally ending the menace of Count Dracula, Lord of the Vampires, who had been brought back from the grave by the dark priest Shaft. However, one night, 4 years later, under the glare of a full moon, Richter mysteriously vanished. With no idea of where to begin her search, Maria Renard set out to look for him. It was then that fate intervened. Castlevania, the castle of Dracula, which is rumored to appear once every century, suddenly materialized out of the mist, as if to show her the way. Meanwhile, powerful forces were struggling for the soul of a man named Alucard, the very same Alucard who had teamed up with Trevor Belmont to battle his immortal father, Count Vlad Tepes Dracula. Alucard, in order to purge the world of his own cursed bloodline, had submerged his vampiric powers and entered in what was supposed to be an eternal slumber. But now, he is awake and aware of the evil once again at work in his homeland. The time has once again come for the forces of good and evil to engage in their ancient battle. Dracula's castle beckons for you, and no man can say who shall emerge victorious. Yes, his name is Shaft. Insert penis joke. Shame dying there apparently weakens Alucard's stats slightly, because that sequence doesn't complete without Richter, grant him your strength. Yeah. It's ever so slight, though, and I don't think it's very rare that I have a run where I don't get hurt there, so... Castlevania isn't really stat-heavy, honestly. Castlevania is mostly, it's a lot like, I hate to compare it, it's a lot like Dark Souls, where a lot of it is just maneuvering your way around things, as opposed to actually getting buff. Getting buff is certainly a way to move forward, but it's not the only way. So yeah, welcome to the opening. I don't think these candles can even drop anything yet. Nope. Yeah, this is not the same character that was in Castlevania 3. That's for fucking sure. Yeah, he is. He's got a cool fucking cape. Look at this man go. I should show the backdash. And I don't know of a whole lot of other movement options he has right away. We'll be gaining a lot more later in the game. Because this game, while it may appear to be fairly similar to what we've played before, it's not alike whatsoever. I don't think there's anything we can interact with down there. Nope. It's not alike at all. He's pretty good for someone who's been asleep for 100 years. It's true. God, I love being OP. Those enemies are wargs. They'll show up a lot in the series.
Alucard, what is your business?
Makes you want to play Shantae.
I've come to put an end to this.
Still befriending mortals. I'll not ask you to return to our side, but I demand you cease your attack.
I will not.
You shall regret those words. We will meet again.
We're no longer OP. Yeah, they start the game with this really OP set of equipment called the Alucard weapons, and they're ripped away from us. Like, Alucard may seem fairly flat right now, but he's a good character. Oh yeah, we'll get to more of him. I have been robbed, it's true. By the way, hitting select brings up the map. This thing is going to consume the screen later. This game, like, actually starts you at nothing. But now, we have one weapon. And, no, not in this room. How's the volume, by the way? Should I turn it up a little bit? I feel like on my end I could use turning it up just a bit. Oddly, the Saturn version requires you to pause before bringing up the map. What? I'm thinking... Like that? Would that do? It'll have to. Anyways, these are save rooms. HP is restored at all of these, along with MP. I don't know if hearts are restored. Give you that sweet music. Yeah, this game's OST is incredible. I think it's because they have the transparent effect on the screen when that happens, and that version didn't like transparent things. Yeah, the Saturn can't really handle transparency all too well. Anyways, we get a new relic, Cube of Zoe. It allows items to drop out of candles. These are the CD loading rooms that Robert keeps bringing up that his game crashes in. Sonic R pulled it off. Decently well, yeah. I still haven't found a good way to play that. That game is very finicky on modern PCs. And the only version of the game that's at all affordable is like the GameCube version. Oh, okay. Alright, I guess we're just over here now. You press this button, it drops those spikes. Stop crashing ever since that time. Cross my fingers every time I go through the halls. Oh, yeah. So yeah, the skeletons here should be pretty familiar to you if you've seen any of these streams before. They're all fairly standard Castlevania enemies. I should probably be equipping these new things we've been getting. The hide... Curious? I'm not really sure how that's pronounced. Now, getting used to this game's menus always takes me a bit because circle isn't back. Circle actually does nothing. Triangle is back. I guess we'll equip the leather shield. I don't see why not. Shields do almost nothing in this game until you get, like, the stuff that makes shields good. In which case, shields become the most viable method for killing the super boss, which I think is really funny. Oh, look, another save room, like 3 rooms from the last one. Might as well take it. They're not always going to be this common. In fact, later on in the game, we're going to have some issues with that, most likely. Those save rooms are D20s. Or are your D20s save rooms? Fuck. So yeah, this is Axe Armor, as we've been aware of him. That is a late game enemy from every other Castlevania being taken out super easy in this game. Just to give you an idea of the power scaling we're going to be dealing with here. Symphony gets ridiculous later. Yeah, I remember when they were a threat too. A while, like not even that long ago even. Ooh, we got the dagger, our first sub-weapon. Up and attack launches them. With all the buttons on the controller, you know. Up and attack. I should mention, my only other playthroughs of this game were on Vita. Because personally, just for me, Metroidvanias work best when they're portable, so I can take them places and really enjoy them when I'm out and about or doing whatever. You will never not have a sub-weapon after this? Yep. Ooh, look, my favorite enemy! If you get too close, he starts dropping... saliva? Alright, we hit those down. We can move this over. I'm not sure we can actually get up there yet. No, not quite. The name is called the Bone Spittle, so yeah, saliva. Oh, wonderful. But yeah, no, this game is actually surprisingly one that I've had not no experience with, because I've finished it, but I've only ever finished it once. I've played a good chunk of it multiple times, but I've never actually played through the whole thing multiple times. The time I managed to finish it was like, alright, awesome. Alright, next Castlevania game, let's Let's see how these change over time. And you know, this one is the very generic pick for fan favorite game in the franchise. It's like nothing wrong with a generic pick, you know. But it's certainly not mine, I will say. Anything up here? Yes, there is stuff. So let's check out what's over here. Another save room. Looks like tears. Yeah, unfortunately, those enemies drop saliva. They're not very powerful, luckily. There's gonna be versions of them, if not later in this game, in later games, that are really mean. Oh, I want the axe. I want the axe. Anyways, welcome to the first boss. Already. We played Castlevania 4. We get this reference. Nice of Dracula to put dice coffins in every section of his castle. Yeah, real nice of him. He's a really swell guy, looking out for his son. So, I want you to imagine knowing that this boss exists and is this easy, and then getting to him in Super Castlevania 4, and receiving the nasty shock that he's one of the hardest bosses in that game. Fuck. There we go. We got Slagra, now for, what's his name, Gaibon? Shit. I may be oh, no, I am not cornered. Well, that was my last shot with the axe! Oh! Okay, it looks like the leather shield actually takes care of the big ones. Oh, that's so sad. Good lord. Imagine Simon dealing with this. Yeah, they're way harder with Simon. I'm gonna go ahead and use that potion so we can show how they're used in this game. They have a warm-up animation and, like, everything. It's really odd. God, I haven't played this one forever. Do I have a slide? No, I don't. That's probably part of what's throwing me off here. Oof, I am sucking tonight. There we go. Stupid not Ridley, yeah. Just like other Castlevania games, finishing bosses grants you an orb, which is a life max up. Something you stumble across by accident if you go back to the area where death robbed you before fighting this battle. Slagra and Gaibon are just there for some reason and take pot shots at you before flying away. What the fuck? Why are they there? So, we do have another weapon, I should point out. If you saw me grab it earlier, it's the red rust. Notice that it's weaker than the short sword. It takes up both of our weapon slots, and it has this awful cooldown, and sometimes you just can't attack with it because it gets stuck. I shouldn't even be trying to use it, honestly. Nope, wait. That, there we go. Red Rust, the second worst weapon in the game, yeah. Isn't there a weapon in the game that's, like, ridiculously difficult to get, like, good with, or to get it to work? It's like, it deals damage based on some weird arbitrary stat that, like, doesn't matter. It's something about a weapon in this game I remember being hilariously awful. but I don't remember what it was. Are we opening the first shortcut here? That might be what this is. This game is full of, like, interconnected passageways and shit. So that increases power with gameplay, whatever that means. That's not the worst, though. What is the worst, then? I'm curious. Sunglasses. That sounds like head equipment that is lowering our intelligence by just being equipped. Incredible. It increases our defense by 1. I guess that's worth it. Okay, so that was not the first, but they are a cool looking sunglass. You're right, it's true. Oh wait, shit, I just realized that goes down further. We should probably, like, go down this thing. Oh my god, it takes so long to move, though. It's a cursed dark sword called Tearfing, I think is how you pronounce that. It lowers your attack at a ridiculous rate. You'll have 0 attack unless you're at a high level. And even then, it's very weak. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Anyways, we can now burst open this wall and steal the Balisard, I believe? Basilard? Not really sure how you pronounce this. It's a basic short sword, it says. So let's take a look at it. It might have a faster attack animation. It does. You always gotta check out weapons, you know, even if they seem to be, like, completely useless. Oh, we don't want to hop down there yet. Might just have, like, better attack speeds. Like this. Not to mention being a dark element sword, loads of enemies will be resistant to an already pathetic blade. Nope, still gotta go up. I don't think we are actually able to see our percentage in this game. Like, map completion percentage. At least not at this point. We might be able to later. Other Castlevania games, a good way of pacing yourself is seeing how far you are. You can see it on the file screen, so we'll see it at the beginning and end of every session. I guess. Oh yeah, this weapon's really good. Okay, now I can see something in there, but I don't think we can get to it yet. We might be able to, like, stab away the wall, or... Nope, not yet. Ooh, another save point. Now I'm gonna try to refrain from using maps or guides until we get to the bad ending. Fans of this game will know that it's... Getting the good ending in this game is ridiculous. It's full of, like, weird shit that there's just no way you can know that you need to do. Yeah, no. I can't find my way in there just yet. It's like you have to go through specific areas wearing certain items and, like, speak to specific NPCs with certain, like, pieces of equipment. It's weird. If you enter a map square you're never meant to access, it'll appear as a white block, and it will also add to your percentage, probably a debug thing. Yeah, it's probably to prevent the game from crashing if you get out of bounds. So this thing's a rock that bounces off of stuff. We're gonna keep the axe. The axe is generally better. Gotta love the fire that comes off of these guys when they die. Ooh, $1. Thanks, Dracula. He dropped another axe. Incredible. Oh no, he dropped this. I don't know what that does. That's the one sub-weapon. I've never looked into it. I don't know what that's for or what it does. I know it's really fucking weird. Sounds like a Bloodborne specific kind of knowledge. Oh shit, poison. I'm pretty sure poison runs out over time in this one. So we don't have to worry about getting antidotes or anything. Sounds like a Bloodborne specific kind of knowledge. Like when we as a whole session trying to get the Celestial Envoy. Oh yeah, we spent an entire game night. Oh, holy water, we're keeping that. We spent an entire game night going for, one boss, and then we didn't even end up beating her. That was great. This music is a favorite. I do love the music here. Best part about playing this on a Vita is I had an excuse to put in headphones and just listen to it constantly. Is the game too quiet, by the way? And don't just say that because you want to hear the music louder. Ebritus has a scary stat thing. Ebritus was scary in general. That boss is really hard. Anyways, yeah, the castle is starting to open up to us. It's fine, but could be slightly louder. Alright, yeah, I know that this game tends to be fairly quiet, oddly enough. Despite every Castlevania game before this being ear-splittingly loud. I feel like this is a little too loud. I don't know. Let me know. God, I hate Fleeman. This is good? Alright. Oh boy! Cutscene time!
Wait a moment. You seem human, and yet, what do you here?
I've come to destroy this castle.
Then we have the same purpose. I'll trust you for now. I'm Maria. Who are you?
Alucard.
Not the talkative type, I can see. Well, perhaps we'll meet again. If you live that long. Farewell.
Yeah, Maria is all grown up. By the way, this room holds a lot of secrets. We'll be back to it often. Yeah, she's an adult now. The clock which moves in real time. Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff in this game. You know, not to throw a whole bunch of shade at modern video game companies, but stuff like this is the exact kind of shit that people are afraid to do now, you know? Like, look at every game before this. Castlevania is a series, like, before this, it's a series of linear platformers, with, like, very light plots, and then they adapted it into this whole-ass, like, RPG with a huge open map, and granted, while it's still a platformer, everything here feels like a natural evolution of what came before it. And nothing like this would ever happen today. Nothing. Like, perfect example, oh hey, we got the time stopper, we won't be using it. Perfect example, look at what they did with Mega Man. Ooh, we'll keep the book for a little bit. Mega Man just got, like, he got a big new game, you know, Mega Man 11, and it was just exactly like his old ones. It's just a one-time and you're done NES-style platformer. Reminds me of Hollow Knight, but the story's more interpreted. This game really birthed the genre that Hollow Knight crawled its way out of. It was this and Super Metroid, which came out around, within sort of a a 5-year time span of each other. Ish. So the 90s really like started to solidify this. I think Super Metroid was like 93, and then this game was 97 in Japan, I'm pretty sure. 98 over here. Everything like that this game did really solidified a subgenre of what Metroid was doing. 2 tried its hand at being an RPG, but some flaws settled back from being good as possible. 3 had branching pathways, which was interesting, and now we arrive at a game that struck a chord. Yeah, exactly. It's a natural evolution of everything that came before it, and what do you know, it worked. Like, could you imagine if they tried something similar with Mega Man? Nowadays, you know, give Mega Man the Metroidvania treatment or something like that. Doesn't even have to be Metroidvania. Okay, this guy I have to be careful with. He curses, if I remember right. If you get hit too much. Oh, fuck. There we go. This hallway is a really good money grinding spot, by the way. Oh, no, he's stones, not petrified. Or, curse. There we go. Yeah. But like, yeah, back on what happened to Mega Man and all, I'm gonna keep the book for a little longer. He really just, like, they tried to bring him into the new age, and already nobody's talking about Mega Man 11. Already. Hey, Zircon. Is that even worth equipping? I don't even know. It does nothing, so no. Now, we don't actually want to go directly up here. Just in the hallway when it was glitching out, the tiles had clocks and even some eyes? What? Also, Medusas are back, so... I really threaded that needle. Ah! Gonna creep me out because I hate corruptions that put weird eyes in weird places. Me too. Oh! A pot roast. Incredible. Can we use this thing? I don't think we can. No, I don't think we can, no. Press up at it? I did. Let's try it again. There we go. You have to be in the right spot. Hey, it's the ferryman. Nice to see him. And we'll be seeing him again later, of course. One thing to note is to get more hearts, you just level up. So now my cap is 64 instead of 60. For being at level, what is this? Level 8. God, level 8 already, wow. You must not start the game at level 1. Unfortunately, we have no heart of our father to show him. Alright, now we can move on. we're about to fight a boss that is really awkward and made, like... It stopped me at this game for a little bit. I wasn't able to beat it for a while. Ooh, can we sit at these chairs? Yeah, we can! I fucking love it when you can do this shit in games. Bloodstained is full of this stuff, although it's way more obvious because it's like 3D models sitting in like the foreground. The fact that Symphony of the Night had chairs to sit in, sitting in the background is really cool. And it lets you, it's just a neat little thing that lets you interact with the environment and also look cool. My very first playthrough, I somehow called that this boss is going to be what it is. I have no idea why or how. Can we ring this bell? No, we can't. Huh. Interesting. Alright, yeah, second boss time. Let's take a look at where we are in the castle. See, we've already come a really long way horizontally. Vertically is the name of the game in Symphony. In more ways than one. Doppelganger fight. Here we go. And he has abilities we don't. My favorite type of doppelganger, one that's just better than me. But yeah, this boss is one that I got stuck on for a really long time. Nowadays, I can't imagine why. And he drops another life max. I'm like 90% certain that the reason I had difficulty with this boss in the first place is because I hadn't found the Basilard yet, so I wasn't able to do this at him. We've got a bunch of really interesting follow-ups to this game coming up, and I'm very excited to see what you guys have to say about them. This also illustrates the power difference between Alucard and the past Belmonts. Trevor and his doppelganger, or got his doppelganger late into the journey. Alucard gets his now, and it's much easier. Yeah. Alucard is very powerful. Canonically, he's one of few things that can actually kill Dracula. Anyways, let's see. We got the Gladius, a sword of ancient Rome. Let's take a look at it. This might be worth having equipped for a little bit. The Basilard's gonna end up getting overshadowed eventually anyways. We're not gonna jump down there. I believe we have to walk up manually before we can unlock that elevator. Which I'm gonna go all the way up. Those enemies are called skeleton apes. I was looking at video game release dates because this one was really close to my birth year. It was born the same day as an F-Zero came in Japan. Oh, was it X? Because people really like X. Something interesting is that Alucard's magic spells can always be performed. You just learn the button combos later. Yeah, we're not going to be really abusing those things all too much. Mainly because I can't do them on the fly. Oh yeah, we can't open that up for a little while. Because in there, it's an ability, believe it or not. I didn't even care about getting that bag of money. I just wanted to get the experience of killing that guy. You can almost never get his spells to work in the heat of the moment. Honestly, same. I try to get them to work ever, and sometimes it's just not happening. There we go. Elevator activated. And now we can go and grab that ability. After we get... Okay, come on. Nope. Don't think we can grab that thing just yet. Do you love his Hellfire spell? That blue bar, by the way, is his MP bar. And it's the one that his abilities consume. So, like his magic stuff. Alright, Soul of Wolf. Pressing R2 lets you transform into a dog. This is a weirder one. This one isn't really as important as the other ones, hence we get it now. Let's take a look at what's in this room. Got a loading zone, and then we should be in the warp room. Okay, it's not that one. One of these has a breakable wall. You can use it. Wolf doesn't really come up in practical use ever. Yeah, it's true. The wolf is used for getting around from point A to point B. I'm pretty sure you can get upgrades for him later. That just move him around. Or that make him move faster. I share a birthday with our 6th president? Oh. Or you share a birthday, not me. Who even was the 6th? I don't even know. I'm not a U.S. history kind of guy. John Quincy Adams. Oh, I'm sorry. Imagine how much harder this game would be if save points didn't heal you. Oh my god, don't even say that. Anyways, save points are marked yellow on the map. You can't actually select them out of a list, you just have to keep going into the warp point until it takes you to the spot you want to go. Which to me is like really funny. They're marked red. Oh no, warp points are marked yellow, save points are marked red. I misspoke. Medusas don't get any less annoying, no matter how powerful you are. Nope. God, Alucard can't even jump up these things as the wolf. Like... There we go. Another thing to note, it gives you invincibility frames. Nope. Not quite. There we go. Ooh, there's another save point up here. Sure, I'll take it. And that shall be the last misspeak I ever misspoke. Hardly. Have you listened to me? I basically botch every other sentence. Lots of things give you invincibility frames, oddly. I'm willing to bet Alucard only takes damage to make the game fun for players. In reality, there's no way in hell he'd ever die to any of these things. Notice we're at 78 heart max now. They really want you to use sub-weapons in this game, which is oddly enough not something I normally find myself using all too often. It's because of his human side. Oh shit, we should not be here yet. If I remember right, we're gonna hit like a roadblock in this area really soon. They let you get a good view of it though. Oh fuck. Hey, it's that guy who bullied us in the mobile game. Anyways, we can't do a whole lot in here just yet. So we're gonna turn around and leave. Although the music is fucking stellar. That's for Desmond, bitch. Yeah. Rest in peace, my man Desmond Belmont. Easiest Dracula kill ever. Desmond literally booped Dracula on the fucking nose and Dracula, like, died. He vanished from this dimension. Well, we lost the chance at that money bag, again. We have to go down a little bit further to get to the area we need to go to. He right-clicked Dracula and deleted. Control-Z. I'm happy Castlevania only got one weird mobile game, because I feel like doing more than one of them would have worn off the charm of doing Order of Shadows. Shit, that item seemed good. That's probably like an anti-status condition potion. There's a lot of those in this game. Yeah, Order of Shadows is just that game. I mean, not a lot of people even know about it, honestly. I'm not gonna fuck with that room just yet. I'm gonna see if we can find a save room. Fuck. Okay, so curse in this game prevents you from drawing your weapon at all, temporarily. It's a very obnoxious status condition. And it's given to some of the most annoying enemies in this game. That's how you know it's horrible. Oh, shit! Hey, I can still use the book. Uncurse. Yeah, that's what that item was. You'll be drowning in anti-venom if you pass through there a lot, and you probably will. Yeah. I guess Alucard's one real weakness is that he's very easily caught in the damage loop. I'd take that up with Iga more so than I would Alucard. Getting him to attack downwards is oddly finicky. Uncurse is when you post something just after something at Super Curse. There we go. That enemy, its name differs in a lot of games. I know it as, I believe it's the Une in Dawn of Sorrow. I'm pretty sure. Dawn and Aria of Sorrow, of course. Those games are basically interchangeable with each other with a lot of enemy names. They're two of the most consistent games in the series for localization, for better or worse. That time he did it! What the fuck? I don't even know what, like, the pattern is to that. I don't know how you're expected to do that on the fly. My cat coffee causes this music to skip more than any other. Oh, that's sad. I'm gonna take out these books with a book. Never mind, I just want them dead now. No gimmicks attached. Book fight. I've always wanted to pick up a physical copy of this game at some point, but they're really expensive. Oh, cutscene.
It's been a long time, old one.
Oh, it's you, Master Alucard. What do you need?
I need your help.
Young Master, I cannot aid one who opposes the Master.
You won't go unrewarded.
Really? In that case, just tell me what you need.
I'm interested in this.
This guy is our shop in this game. We're gonna be using him mainly to stock up on stuff like potions. But because everything in this game is really expensive. Is this? Oh, okay. This item it transports us back to this room. Yeah, well, damn, if you're gonna pay me. So we're gonna buy one library card. He has some really good weapons if you feel like grinding out the money for it. They're pretty expensive, though. Huh. So this item, I believe, changes the color of the menus. He's got a bunch of weird stuff. Anyways, we're gonna take the potion. And of course, we're gonna sell our zircon here. Thank you!
I'm interested in this.
I don't know what this menu is, to be totally honest. Is this like boss tips? Doppelganger 10. Okay. Anyways, I'm pretty sure these are boss tips you can buy. I'm not really sure why you'd need these, because it looks like they only show up after you find the boss. Justice Cloaks lets you change the color of the cape itself. You can already change the boss menu color. Oh, neat. Thank you! We gotta play Wind Waker on the stream someday. Maybe someday once I get like a day set up or like just random stuff. Anyways, this is the enemy list. The bestiary, if you will. Series is full of these. There's a lot of enemies in this game. Granted, a good chunk of them are three colors, but what you gonna do? Library card, you can teleport out of boss battles since you're sent there. You can then look up the boss tips. And you have to pay for those too! So it's 500 on top of whatever else it takes to get the boss tip in order to get a hint for a boss that's still alive. That's incredible. I should take my finish save file and I should move it to the library so we can use its boss tips section. I won't be doing that on stream though, because I know for a fact I'm standing in the final area. Let me tell you, some of those are kind of weird. One for the super boss is really short and uses an incredibly hidden item to absorb the attacks, and it doesn't tell you how to get that. Oh my god! Let's see, where else do we have to explore in this area? I want to get to a save point here soon, so that we can, not die. It's important to note what happens if you die is you just get booted out to the title screen. Alucard. There we go, I figured it out. It's down forward for some reason. Ah, shit! No! Oh, 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 oh. Oh. We are in trouble. Huh! Another one uses extremely rare and hard to find armor to basically stunlock the boss. Oh my god. Obtained the fairy scroll. I believe this lets us see the item or the names of enemies we're fighting. Yeah. That one's the magic tome. Still another video has them nearly getting killed by the boss. I think it'd be fun to talk about a little bit of my backstory with this game. So I played through this game, I want to say in the summer of 2017-ish? So, you know, it's been a few years. I've given it, like, you know, sit-downs occasionally ever since. I'm never away from the game for a whole bunch of time, you know, I normally go back to it once a year, but I rarely ever finish it. I get sidetracked by a bunch of random stuff. But I finished it on my Vita while I was, like, on a camping trip. And that was a lot of fun, too. Like, I had no other distractions. I had nothing else on me at the time. I was just playing Symphony. heading to the left probably won't get us to a save point, so we'll come back to that area later when we're a little bit stronger. Don't exactly understand what the intent was there. Like, the devs eventually realized few people would actually pay for those, so decided to mess around. Still, the one for the final boss uses genuine tactics. I mean, if any boss that you'd have trouble with in the game, it'd be the super boss and, like, the final boss, right? They figure, so... Despite the fact that those are by far not... I mean, other than the super boss is, but, like, the final boss isn't really one of the hardest bosses in the game, from what I remember. Don't get me wrong, he's tough, but you can cheese the shit out of him. Now, from what I've heard, Richter has his own final boss that's, like, separate from the Alucard one. Which, that becomes kind of common later in the game, like, later in the series. You eventually get an ability that lets you stomp, and it's spammable. I love it. Yeah, these are bone muskets. The enemy names in this game are really fun. We're gonna go up to that save point, and then we're gonna work our way back down, because the area we want to go to is actually on the other side of the castle. Rich's final boss is nothing Alucard doesn't face. That's lame. Later on in the series, it becomes sort of a common trend to hide really cool bosses at the end of some of these sections, or some of these post-game characters. If you don't know, every Castlevania game, like Metroidvania style, except for one, I think, which is Circle of the Moon. I'm not sure if it has anything special like this. It lets you play as different characters. Once you finish the game. Those modes are normally storyless. There's only one of them that actually has a story to it, and it's like a non-canon what-if depiction of one of the games. That's really cool, by the way. If you've never played the Dawn of Sorrow Julius mode, I highly recommend it. If you've never played Dawn of Sorrow, I highly recommend it, but the Julius mode's fucking awesome. You play as Julius Belmont, or Belnades, or not Belnades, Julius Belmont, Sypha Belnatus, not like Sypha, I think her name in that game is like Sophia or something, I don't remember, but she's like a descendant of Sypha, and then you play as Alucard, and you can play as like one other character, I think, but I don't remember what it is. And you just team up and you go fight Dracula in the same map, but it's cool. I didn't mean to jump down here, but oh well. I just realized, can I... Nope. Honestly, having a true super boss for Richter to fight would have been cool. Yeah, it would have been really cool, and they didn't do it. Oh well, you can't really blame this game too much. It's clear from the Saturn version that they were still working on it when it got released. They just released it early. I'll take the axe from this hallway. This hallway's a really good grinding spot for money, like I mentioned. There's a consistent green money bag about halfway through it, if I remember right. The feeling Richter mode was rushed anyways. It probably was. In the Saturn version, and I believe in the PSP version, there's a Maria mode. Yeah, 250 cash every time you go through. $250? I'm not really sure what the currency in this game is called. Is it gold? Yeah, it's gold. But yeah, no, all the other games have cool side modes like that. It's not much purpose to go into many places as him, as nearly all the items that aren't max health and max hearts appear as singular heart for Richter. That's lame. We need to go... Is there something over here? There might be something over here that we can do. It's always good to take care of the distractions before you take care of the main route. That's just a general rule of thumb. Yeah, because we bought something from the shop, we can open these blue glowing doors now. I don't know what that did. Briefly considered doing Richter playthrough after beating this, but eh. I don't even, like, we'll take a look at Richter. I don't think we'll actually, complete his playthrough. If we're doing any playthrough, it's gonna be Julius mode. Honorable mentions for cool playthroughs, like side ones, Trevor Belmont from Curse of Darkness. It's a 3D interpretation of a whip-wielding Belmont that's not Leon, and it's neat. Oh hey, pressing that button opened the floor here. What else? There's the twins from Portrait of Ruin are playable, I'm pretty sure. Oh, there's one of them where the character just, like, has a gun. And I'm pretty sure that's Order of Ecclesia. That's, like, his whole thing. He just uses a gun. Underground caverns. I mean, Richter himself's pretty neat with the item crashes. Even his whip has its own item crash where it catches fire. I mean, that's cool. But... Can we get up there? No! Of course that one drops the spear. I've made a mistake. How far am I falling? Hey, a mushroom. Pretty sure you can actually interact with this room by doing that. Yeah, it drowns them. It's good shit right there. Ooh, a shit take. That's what those are called, right? Shit takes? As you would expect, traversing underwater takes an item. Oh shit, jumping in the water is like a mistake. One that I can't fix. Sure. I was expecting like what Soma does, where he floats. Nah. God, he like starts to die immediately and he can't breathe. Like, he can't swim or do anything. He just drops like a rock and just instantly dies. Okay, that's fine. Now I can show how brutal this is, because... going back into our save... always figured water was burning him somehow. Dracula, with Dracula's castle with moats made of holy water. Where are we? We're not that far back. We're not that far back at all, actually. That is not an area you're really supposed to go to now. As evidenced by the dying in water very quickly. How ironic, yeah. This game's really funny because it proves that Dracula's castle is just as inhospitable to vampires as it is to people. Anyways, now we can go and take the proper way over to the real next area. Supposed to go in here. Maybe this one. I didn't check this one. Nope, that wall's real. You can tell I've been playing Bloodstained because I keep wanting to slide. This game doesn't work like that. No people or cards allowed. Yeah, no one. I just want to sit in my room and stare edgily out the window and wait. Grim Reapers are welcome, it's true. I keep wishing I could slide, and then I realize I have to backdash. Look at how quick this is. Carmilla's to an extent. It's pretty rare that he allows a Carmilla in. She's not in this game. At least not to my knowledge. Who knows? It might, like, be like a one-off appearance in a cutscene or something, but some, like, weird, obscure cutscene that's, like, only in the Saturn version or some shit. I like to think Death's like Dracula's landlord, so Alucard didn't pay his share of the rent and his stuff was taken. I'm pretty sure where we're going is in this area somewhere. Yeah, it's right at the top of this area. Yeah, Spittlebone! They are spitting on us. She just appears in the anime. She is in the anime, that is correct. She's a very different character in the anime, I will say. In most games, she's depicted as a cultist that wants to bring back Dracula, as opposed to someone who wants to take him down. And we'll take the axe a little bit. Castlevania 4 did this too, but Symphony really highlights how beautiful the castle really is. Yeah! You know, it's, for once in the series, it's not a decrepit, like, old, falling apart, like, piece of shit. Which, don't get me wrong, there's merit to that depiction of the castle. But it's really nice seeing it, like, shown as this really nice place.
So, we meet again, Alucard.
That's just full of monsters.
Seems so.
As friendly as ever, I see. It's strange. This
I guess nice is not the right
different
word.
than I remember it.
This castle is a creature of chaos. It may take many incarnations.
So I can't trust my memories, huh? Oh well, I'll do my best. Good luck.
It's a shame that she's not playable in this version. She's playable in the version on PSP and the version on Saturn, but we didn't get the Saturn version here. Royal Chapel, and then this save point is the last one we'll be getting for a good while. So this area is probably the last one we'll be going through in this session. Which, like, this is a very small chunk of this game. There is so much more here. Like, again, look at how large this place is already. Dracula still takes care of his castle. Sometimes. Although, if I remember right, we're not actually after Dracula right here. Richter has gone missing, and we're just looking for him. Or Murray is looking for him. Now, this area has some really obnoxious shit in it, having to do with these stairs and how Alucard moves on them. Because getting him to get over something on these stairs is very hard. And sometimes you don't have the choice. Jeebus. You know, maybe this isn't the best thing to put in your evil demon castle, Dracula. You know, a chapel. Yeah. This thing specifically is what I'm referring to. It's gonna fall kind of sporadically. There we go. It does a ton of damage if it hits you. Ooh, here's a good time to show that the corner guards physically cannot leave the stairs. Which I think is funny. Let's take a moment to appreciate that Count Dracula built a church into his castle. Yeah. Honestly, with the description, like the lore description we get in the series for Dracula's castle, the castle itself is alive and able to adapt to any form it wants. So this might, like, every area of the castle is probably relevant to someone in some way. Alright, this enemy's gonna give me some problems, I can tell. Hey, we made it. Goggles! Awesome, we can get that 1 intelligence back. Ooh, we got more than 1 intelligence. Alucard himself said before that it may take many incarnations, a creature of chaos. Yeah, and that is backed up by later games in the series, by the way. Specifically Dawn of Sorrow and, Aria of Sorrow. You not gonna wake up, Sword? I will spend all of my hearts right here, killing you. Yeah, good. Gonna go ahead and see what's over here. Nothing we can do. But we got an item we can equip. Can totally cheese that sword with holy water. Oh, we don't have holy water at the moment, sadly. Awesome, we got another sword. It's important to note here, let me show something real quick, actually. Let's show it with the Basilard here. You can actually switch weapons mid-attack, which is kind of interesting. It works best when you have, like, a weapon like the Basilard with no, or with hardly any cooldown. So by mashing circle and square, which are the two buttons to use your hands, as it were, you can alternate between them really quickly, and that is also how the Chrysogrim is so broken. Because the Chrysogrim is a really good weapon that has just no cooldown. None. That's why it's broken. So you can mash it, this game runs at about 60 frames a second. I don't know if it's exactly 60, but, you know, it's about 60. Oh, this area is actually really cool. You can sit here, and then you'll get a woman come in for confessional. Do not stay here. I'm pretty sure she attacks. Or that one does? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that one does. The confessing woman does other things, I'm not really sure, but I know for a fact the priest attacks you. The implication being that the priest kills the woman. I stayed in there, neither attacked. Oh, I must be thinking of... Oh god, that boomerang skeleton over here, Skelorang, good, I'm glad it's named that, is very annoying. Anyways, I must be thinking of either one that's later in this game or one that's in another Castlevania game. I think there's something like that in Portrait of Ruin. It's been years since I actually, like, played Portrait. By the way, that one is my favorite entry in the series. In case you were curious. Symphony's up there, don't get me wrong, but Portrait's so good. Dracula's Curse has caused me to hate crows. Every game in this series has caused me to hate crows. They're just consistently the most obnoxious enemy in whatever game they're in. They're too small. Life max, good. I was hoping we'd see one of those, or a save point. Strength potion, using it temporarily increases your strength, I believe. I don't know how long the effect is. Oh, come on. That slight bump on the head that you get. Silver plate, incredible. And we still don't have anything to equip to these slots. Oh, well, we'll find stuff. We'll be exploring this area more properly later, when we have the stats to survive in here long term. Oh no, we want the axe for this area. You know, I don't know how we picked that up, but I guess we have it now. We want the axe, not whatever the fuck the pinched hand is. It throws out, I think it's seeds, but I have genuinely no clue what they're supposed to do. I think it's salt. Oh, is it? So it's... Knowing salt in mythology, maybe it stops enemies from passing a certain point? Maybe? Fuck. Alright, boss time. Wasn't expecting the boss to come up this quick, actually. The Hippogriff! This one... And I missed my first axe. This one's actually quite hard. This is the second boss in the game that started, like, actually stopping me. Except, unlike the Doppelganger, this one didn't stop an entire playthrough. I was able to push through with this one. I wish we could see damage numbers for enemies. We can get that ability later, it takes a little bit to get to it. Or it allows you to set up the seesaw effect. Oh no! The fucking seesaw effect. Don't even get me started. There's a potion here. There we go. Get 3 good hits in there. Sort of forgot this boss ever existed at one point. I've always remembered it because one of my earlier playthroughs of this game, you know, earlier attempts, I guess I should say, I kept getting fucked over by it repeatedly. Not really sure how nowadays, of course. Nowadays, random platforming challenges and enemies give me more issues. Did you like not? Oh my god, I'm just gonna equip the magic fucking missile. It's around here somewhere. No? We found the item. Is it... No? Weird. Or is that... We probably died after picking it up, and that's what I'm thinking. That we have. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Okay, now to show off how the pot roast works. You pick it up, you hold it, you use it, and you throw it on the floor. Thank you for the lovely wall meat, Father. Throws on ground. Could you, like, pick a spot? Now it's ground meat, yeah. I wish, like, the first boss of this game has a health bar, right? None of the others do. You never have any idea when any fight in this game is going to end. There it goes! Shit, he's using the wall meat I placed to heal himself. Oh no.
Impressive. You're very strong.
What is it you want? You didn't come here to tell me that.
You're right. Do you know the name Richter Belmont?
Richter.
Of the Belmont clan? Of course, but...
He disappeared about a year ago, and I'm sure he's here. If you see him, please let me know.
As you wish, my lady.
Thank you. So, you do know how to be a gentleman.
This NES sprites and Alucard's memory. Yeah. I do love that, like, she's thinking of Richter, and then he's like, oh, Belmonts? I know them! And he's thinking of, like, Trevor. Like, Alucard has been sleeping this whole time. He's unaware that the Belmonts have been taking up the stead, or taking up his spot, you know, in taking down his dad over and over again. a potion. And we got a cutlass. Let's see how good it is. Okay, first off, we should probably equip the shield. Second, cutlass. Let's see. This inventory is gonna get very messy, by the way, moving forward. It seems fine. It's probably stronger than the other sword. I did not check in the menu. We can take a look at where we are now. You can see that we're getting very high up in the castle. It's about 11:40, so we'll see how far we get before midnight. There's an item up there. Fully Rider. Oh, we don't want the pebble. The pebble is just not... You're never in a location where it's useful, I've found. This game's original sub-weapons are just typically very useless. You know, the salt, I've never figured out what it does. And the pebble... Oh, hey, the castle keep. The pebble, you're normally in rooms like this, where the room is too big to rely on where the pebble is going to go. Oh, did we find it? Cursed Dark Sword, attack down to 0. There it is. This weapon is worthless. We will not be needing it. Crazy concept, I know. One of these has to be a way to a save point. Like, maybe this is a way to a teleport area? Oh, I did not mean to do that. Do it. Let's see, can I open this? Nope. And we are at the bottom of the castle again. Let's put a literally worthless item in the game, because why not? Honestly, Iga's brilliance can't be contained by normal game design paradigms. So, sort of like Tetsuya Nomura on that fact. So can I just say, I finished Kingdom Hearts 2 again today, and, like, that game is fucking amazing. I don't know if it's my favorite in the series, but it's definitely one of the best, like, action RPGs ever made. Let's see, we've got 9 minutes. Let's see how far we can get into Castle Keep in the next 9 minutes. We started a little bit late, so, you know, I don't mind going, like, a few minutes over, but I do have other stuff I need to be doing tonight, so, we'll definitely, you know, abide by that 1 a.m. end time. Shit. That is on such a... Can I take a moment to vent about the trigger buttons on the PS3? Because, man, I hate them. They are in quite possibly the worst spot, and they can be pressed at even the slightest amount of pressure put on them. Sword Lord is a good name. I just realized we're in not the correct area. We should probably be in the correct area. It's the thing about teleporting. Sometimes they'll just assume, okay, yeah, I teleported, I'm in the right spot. And I'll just be nowhere near the correct spot. Alright. Oh wait, we can get the items we saw earlier down here. Maybe, if they're here. The hitbox for this weapon is not quite where you think it would be. Obtained a leap stone lets us double jump. So that's a very useful ability. Also, I fucking love this background. It is very, very nice looking. I think that'll probably do it for tonight, though. We could try heading forward a bit, seeing what we can find, if we can hit a save point. Actually, I don't think there is a way forward from there at the moment. Yeah, we can't actually ascend any higher there just yet. So yeah, this is a really good time to stop. Next time we're going to be looking for a place to use the leap stone to see if we can progress anywhere. Filling up probably a few of these spots on the map. Probably going to the library to, you know, do some shopping. So yeah, we're down at the bottom of the castle now. So this is a good save point to hit before we end it off. Whoops, did not mean to open that door. By the way, this is how speedrunners get around. They just backdash everywhere. And it's pretty great. But yeah, that's Symphony of the Night. I'd say this was a pretty good first stream. We only died once, and it was because I jumped straight into the water unaware that it would just kill me. I think we have to reset through this this PlayStation menu here. So we can take a look at our map completion. Hello, game. There we go. Our map completion is currently 33%. I mean, that's pretty good, all things considered. I don't know how many streams this one's gonna be. We'll see. It's a decently long game. There's definitely more to it than you'd think. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's exit here. 1/3 of the map. Yeah, we did it. We got 1/3 of the map. Let's go ahead and pop up that. No, that's desktop. Pop up the chatter thing. Probably only go through chatter for about half an hour tonight. So yeah, that was Symphony. Jay, I believe you're the only person in chat tonight who hasn't played it. What's your impression of this game so far? You want to play Shantae? I hope you get to play Shantae. Yeah, this one's one of my personal favorites in the series. Even if I don't necessarily play it all, like as often as I do the other ones, I took a step back from Castlevania. There were like several reasons as to why. First off, I felt as though I had beaten all the games in the series that I actually wanted to. Uh, upon my completion of God, what was the last one I got my hands on? Um, I don't even remember what the last one I beat was. I think the last one I actually like got and finished was Harmony of Dissonance, the second of the Game Boy Advance trilogy. Um, that one was it was pretty good, I'd say. But after I finished it, I was like, okay, the only ones I have left are like Game Boy games and like some really hard games to get your hands on. So I stopped with the series for a while. Uh, Nonetheless, the music's good. The bosses so far, not counting the intro, have been flawless oatmeal compared to the last game, and the new Vania setup is what I'm used to. Oh yeah, the new Vania setup is really just in like it's what the series needed to move forward into modern times. It's like not a like I said earlier in the stream, it doesn't happen. Flavorless oatmeal. I mean, Slagra and Gaibon were a callback to a previous game, so and they were the first boss, so you can't really expect too much out of them. And what we fought them, and we fought the doppelganger, which I beat by shanking him over and over again. And then I beat the hypocrite, the hippogriff. Symphony has a fair few underwhelming bosses. There's some good ones in there, though. Yeah, Symphony has some incredible bosses. I'm not going to spoil any of them, of course, but this game is where we find some of the series' staples. Honestly, the hypocrite of the chapel. What are the bosses that I'm thinking of? Um, Granted, the later games in the series have much better bosses. Much better bosses. Just some callback bosses and a hypocrite, yeah. Uh, namely, the one I'm thinking of, I think of all the time when I think of incredible Castlevania bosses is just, it's Portrait of Ruin. That's what that game did best. Um, it holds up as my favorite for a reason. I really hope it emulates well. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to... I've had an idea for how to stream DS games for a little bit, but it's gonna be a little odd. I'm gonna be honest. My current plan for streaming DS games is using the emulator, but if we hit issues where the emulator just won't emulate something for whatever reason, the Wii U has a damn near flawless emulator on it. The issue is, for the DS, the issue is not every game is available through its, virtual console service. I can't just go buy Dawn of Sorrow and have it streamable, Dawn of Sorrow just hits too many issues with the touchscreen and shit. But if I mod my Wii U, I can dump ROMs onto it, like DS ROMs, and get them to run, apparently. So I might try that. I mean, hey, anything's cheaper than buying a DS capture card. Those things are so fucking rare and expensive. Christ. Let's see, what are the main bosses here? We've got some good ones coming up. Wait a minute, what are you doing in this? Huh. Oh, okay. I know who that is. I remember him now. Does the Switch have it in its retro service? No. No DS games are in that retro service, sadly. DS games are really, really hard to emulate and stream. Like, holy shit. Especially something like a Castlevania game. I don't know. It's gonna be tricky, that's for sure. It's gonna be really tricky. But I think we're gonna be able to do it. At least I've confirmed Dawn of Sorrow works flawlessly through an emulator. That one's several games from now. At least 5 of them from now. At least. Let's take a look at the list. That's not the list. This is the list. Yeah, before we hit any DS games, we still have to finish Symphony, of course. Then we have to do Lament of Innocence, Curse of Darkness, Circle of the Moon, Harmony of Dissonance, and Aria of Sorrow. All of these are fully featured Metroidvania games, and then we can do Dawn of Sorrow, Portrait of Ruin, and Order of Ecclesia, the 3 DS games. Here, let me actually look into this here. Wii U emulating Castlevania DS games. Let's take a look. Accessibility of Castlevania games. A guide to which versions of the game are accessible and easy to buy today and where to find them. I only mention unofficial emulation when there's no alternative or if playing it on real hardware is difficult. I list the games in chronological order, so it looks like we have to go down pretty far. Let's see. Have to go down really far for this. What the fuck? Apparently the Game Boy Advance games all released one after another, year after year, and then Lament of Innocence came out. That's really weird. I always thought it was, sort of woven around. We're still gonna, like, weave it in, though, just so we're not looking at Game Boy Advance games for too long, and we're not, trapped within 3D Castlevania for too long, which, you know, yeah, Portrait of Ruin, there's nothing. There's no way to play it. Other than the original... Wii U Virtual Console Nintendo DS injection. This is what I'm looking for. So there's a list here that's like the games that work and don't work. Ha! All of the Castlevania games work perfectly. That's perfect. I'm glad to hear that. This might actually be what we do, because we're already going to be using the Wii U for a good majority of these games. So it might be nice to just keep it all on Wii U for as long as we can. Because after the DS games, like, that's it. All we have is the reboot, the few games that we've skipped over and haven't been able to do yet for one reason or another. And then... yeah, I think that's, after this block of Metroidvania games, it's just the reboot. And we get to see the very sour note that goes out on. Luckily, I'm planning Bloodstained after that, so we don't have to be sad that, the game is, or the series is dead. There is something to be said about the anime. I don't know if this is necessarily the most popular opinion, but the anime started off on a really high note for me, and then throughout season 2, it started falling off, and I was liking it less, and now I can't even bring myself to watch season 3. I don't care anymore. I know that most Castlevania fans really love this anime, but like I don't know, it doesn't click with me, you know. Um, I was expecting a more faithful representation of the lore, and instead what I got was Symphony of the Night fan baiting and a complete disregard for the actual, like, not only the lore of the franchise, but the lore of the game it's supposed to be based off of. Castlevania 3, you know? Um, Castlevania 3 is just really, they could have done a lot with it, you know? But, like, the fact that Grant Dynasty doesn't even show up, like, once. Castlevania: A Link to the Past. Yeah. Really, Symphony is kind of the A Link to the Past of the franchise, if you think about it. Uh, it defined what the games are going to be in the future. And then, no matter what, people tout it as the best one. Although this time I consider it vastly more justified than touting A Link to the Past as the best Zelda. Yeah, I heard about that. Why take out Grant? He's very much a part of Castlevania 3 crew. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. He's even important for like later side games in the series. Like, you know, if they ever wanted to do Judgment for whatever reason, he's in that. And then also all of the events that take place after, he's important to, you know? Like, there's a whole thing in Judgment about how after they beat Dracula, Trevor goes off and marries Sypha, but Grant is apparently jealous of that and hates Trevor until the day he dies and never has children, which is, like, kind of interesting because it explains why, you know, despite the fact that Castlevania is a franchise about lineages, there's never another dynasty. You never see another one of him. I guess since Anime Trevor leaves Grant to rot in the clock tower. Poor Grant. I mean, to be fair, that's what we did on stream. Not that any of us wanted to play even more of that game as of that point. Once we were at the ending, man, we were ready to be done. That, and I know, he's not necessarily the most helpful party member on the planet. Especially since that's a stage you have to do twice. Yeah, forward and back. That's something I didn't even talk about. That stage is forward and backwards, which is, it's an interesting idea for an NES platformer, you know? You don't normally see stuff like that. I have a lot of respect for Castlevania 3. No matter how fucking insane that game drives me, I have a lot of respect for its design philosophy. Grant does have his uses. I underestimated him slightly. He can crawl on walls and ceilings. He can also control his jumps in midair. Oh my god! Honestly, like, the crawls on walls and ceiling part, like, I don't know about that one. Because I already don't trust moving in that game. So I can't imagine, like, it's probably pretty finicky considering they hadn't done something like that before. Like, really finicky. I should probably, like, give him a playthrough, you know, see what he's actually like. In the Japanese version, his default weapon is the knife, and it doesn't take hearts, but it was changed to the really short stab in the US. Oh, you're gonna sleep? Okay, good night, Jay. Oh yeah, I guess I can talk about this. I've been thinking over the past few days. I am considering, and keep in mind, this is not going to be for a very, very long time. Probably at least a year out from now, a year or two. But I'm considering buying a more quote-unquote professional mic, one that's better than just something that's attached to my headset. Um, Considering buying one of those, I'm gonna buy one of those anyways, I need something to do better voiceovers on, personal projects and stuff like that, but, I'm considering, one of the games that I considered streaming was Kingdom Hearts, and I realized when I was playing 2 that there is just so much in the Kingdom Hearts games that I want to talk about that there's no way in hell I'd want to do it live condensed down to a stream. So what I'm considering is doing it as more of an edited down Let's Play style, where I just record the game and me talking and cut it down to half hour little chunks and then release them daily or something like that. And just go through most of that series. Speaking of Grant, I found this really weird portion of the Haunted Ship level. There's a platform which only Grant can reach. Alucard can't go to that level, and it has a 1-up. However, I'm convinced it's not possible to get back without dying. Grant can't reach the previous platform or left wall, and Trevor is Trevor. Holy shit. Grant is, probably really helpful for Alucard's block, I'm thinking. Curious. Might try that. Because Alucard stages are all a nightmare. All of them. Anyways, yeah. So I'm considering doing something along those lines, just Let's Play Kingdom Hearts, and here's the thing, right? Kingdom Hearts is known for having a really stupid, really convoluted, really insane, messy lore, and I kind of understand it, for the most part. I have researched it so much and, thought on it a lot. I've been playing these games almost non-stop for years. And I think I get most of it. Granted, there's parts of it that just aren't possible to understand. There are parts of the Kingdom Hearts lore that you just have to admit, as a mortal human being who is not inside of the head of Tetsuya Nomura, there's no way in hell you'll ever get it. But the other stuff I think I got. Nomura, well, actually. I had a big revelation earlier today as I realized what the fuck a Kingdom Hearts is. That's one of the weirdest things in the whole series, is that even though it's the name of the franchise, it's probably the least described object ever. And that's just it. That's the thing that they never talk about. That's the thing that they never address. Kingdom Hearts, quote-unquote, is always assumed to be a place by the fan base, right? There's theories ooh, is Destiny Islands Kingdom Hearts? Is this random area Kingdom Hearts? Is this area shown in the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer Kingdom Hearts? And it's no. Kingdom Hearts isn't a where, it's a what. And that's something the games never explain. Ever. They talk about it a little bit. Kingdom Hearts is light. Yeah, see? There, it's light. No, that's it, though. That's literally it. Kingdom Hearts is a big ball of light. Shaped like a heart. And of course, because it's Kingdom Hearts, it's extraordinarily powerful and has a gravitational pull for darkness specifically. However, apparently, anything that tries to get close to it is rejected, which is interesting. Anyways, apparently it's just this source of really, really great power that just radiates light. It's a really interesting construct in the series. It's not really anything they touch on a whole lot, but understanding this bit here makes understanding the plot of Kingdom Hearts 358 Days and Kingdom Hearts 2 way easier, because when you realize, like, when you're thinking of Kingdom Hearts as a place, right, and, like, the whole plot of Kingdom Hearts 2 and 358 Days is that Organization 13, the main villains, are building Kingdom Hearts. They're making one. And they're going to use it to make themselves whole again, or whatever. But that doesn't make sense if Kingdom Hearts is a place. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Because, like, okay, like, man, New York's really cool. I'm gonna go build New York real quick. Like, but when you think of it as a thing, it's like, oh, they're making a replica. Got it. But yeah, no, the series' lore is really bizarre and hard to grasp at times, but I feel like it'd be a lot of fun to make a more edited Let's Play and talk about it as I go, and more importantly, show off all the crazy shit that's in those games, because no one outside of the fan base really knows how fucking ridiculous Kingdom Hearts games get. Like, for example, Kingdom Hearts 2 has, like, no shortage of super bosses hidden all over the fucking place. There's at least 15 of them. And that's not an exaggeration or anything. There's actually 15 super bosses in that game. Along with optional fights against organization members that aren't even normally featured in that game. And then on top of that, there's a bunch of puzzle fights that are, like, heartless mushrooms that are really cool. And also a nightmare to try and finish. And that's just Kingdom Hearts 2. Each game has its own lineup of, like, cool shit in it. And that's lost on the fan base. That's, like, the part of the fan base that's not really, doesn't really play the games, you know? People like my friend Jacob, you know? He doesn't really play a whole lot of video games, but he enjoys watching people play them. And, like, while the super bosses are certainly, like, a point that's talked about, you know, you don't really get it until you get the controller in your hand. Or you see someone die to it 40 billion times. But yeah, that is something I'm considering, you know, more edited down Let's Plays in the future at some point. I'll still continue the streams as of that point, of course. I enjoy these, but the Let's Plays would be more of the content drive from me at that point. Which, if you've even taken a look at my other channel, you'll know I don't have much of an edited down content drive, like, at all. I don't do it a whole lot. Or you see Sephiroth kill someone within 1 second of the battle starting. To be completely fair, Sephiroth's way easier in 2. In 1, he is fully capable of doing that. I have given that boss my best attempt, and I can't do it. I just can't. I've beaten most of the other super bosses in the series. You know, I beat the data battles in 2. I beat Lingering Will in 2. I was able to... Okay, to be fair, I haven't beaten any of the other super bosses in 1. But I was able to beat, like, you know, Mysterious Figure from Birth by Sleep. That guy. I was able to beat him. I was able to beat... What's his name? Vanitas Remnant? Did I beat Yozora in 3? I actually have a very sad story about 3. I finished the game and I turned it off and I sort of, I reflected on the ending for a few days, and then I turned the game back on, and the game spawns you in the final area, of course. And immediately afterwards, the game crashed, and it was in the middle of an autosave, so it deleted my save data, and I got really sad. So no, I didn't beat Yozora. I don't think I've even seen them. Yozora... Kingdom Hearts 3. Let me take a look at this. This guy is the super boss? Huh. I mean, yeah, I've been so instead of, you know, being very upset about that and frantically playing through the game again while skipping all cutscenes like someone else would, like, I don't want to sound like I'm, you know, throwing shade at someone, like other people would do, I instead decided, okay, you know what, I'm gonna take a step back, I'm going to distance myself from Kingdom Hearts for a bit to sort of, you know, lessen the sting, and then I'm gonna, like, they had just, I don't know, I beat the game within like 3 days, and I knew they were going to do DLC, so I was like, I'm just going to take a step back, I'm going to replay the other games, and I'm going to wait for them to release the DLC whenever they do it, and then I'll play the game again. I've heard from seasoned Kingdom Hearts super experts that Yozora is fucking hard. I expect no less. Have you seen Lingering Will? Do you know anything about that fight? That fight is a goddamn nightmare. Lingering Will is easily one of the most difficult boss fights I've ever beaten in my life. There's no cheese strats to him. There's just knowing how to get in any amount of damage at all and being lucky enough to get any moment where you're able to do it. He has some attacks that, like, to this day, I really don't understand how to avoid. Not to mention the fact that his theme is fucking incredible. Let me pull it up real quick. It's this one right here. We can just listen to it while we chatter. Apparently significantly harder than even Lingering Will. Holy shit! I gotta give him a try. I just finished 2, which means I still have to go through Birth by Sleep, Recoded, Dream Drop Distance 0.2, and then I'm gonna go on to 3. Which, to be fair, a couple of those games are pretty short. Oh, speaking of which, I gotta check something. Control F. Both of the Kingdom Hearts games inject just fine onto the Wii. So that's good. Plays perfectly. Okay. I still have to learn how injecting ROMs works. 3 is an item that revives you after death. Yozora can steal that item from you? Holy shit! I don't know. Is he part of Remind? Because I haven't bought Remind yet. I've never played it. Yes? Okay, figured. It sounded like he was. I haven't played Remind yet. I'm waiting till I get to the end of 3 to buy Remind, because I don't want to buy it and then never play it, or buy it and then be like, God damn it, I have to play this right now because it's new Kingdom Hearts content. Which, I know me, that's what I'll do. You know, I talk a lot about franchises that mean a lot to me, you know. Sonic, Castlevania. Kingdom Hearts is absolutely 100% on that list. Like, I can think of no franchise that sparks as many fun debates about the lore as that one, because not even the games really know what the fuck they're doing with it, so the fans get really heated about what's happening at times. Not to mention the fact that the stories are just really, really good. Like, holy shit. My boy Roxas makes me sob every time. You know, not to mention everyone who isn't Sora in that game is depressing. Anyways, that's definitely on the list. If you want to watch it, you can. I'll probably just put it up alongside the stream highlights. I already have 3 channels that are active. I don't know if I want to make a 4th. So, I'll probably just put it up alongside either my more edited down content, because by then I'm planning on having whatever I'm doing on my other channel done. I might put it on there, or I might put it on the channel that I just archived these streams on. I haven't decided. So yeah, I should probably start looking into mics for that at some point. Who knows what we'll be doing on stream by the time I get to that. There's only one game in the series that I'm really worried about, and that is Chain of Memories is just kind of bad. I really hate to admit it. That game is terrible. It has the pluses of, like, the Game Boy Advance version having sprite work, which is rare for this series. But it has the disadvantage of just being bad. I don't know how else to put it. Anyways, it's about 12:30. Getting close to wrapping this up. Calling it a night. Relaxing for a while. Getting to work on the homework I've been putting off, you know, that kind of stuff. Any final thoughts? Any last words? I guess one more thing before I go. In conclusion, yeah, I don't know, this talking section has been kind of all over the place. Kingdom Hearts good? Not a good note to end on? Kingdom Hearts good? Anyways, yeah, one last thing. Alucard versus Lingering will make it happen. Holy shit, yeah. Who honestly would fucking win that fight? Alucard versus the concept of anger personified. It's worth noting that his theme is literally named Rage Awakened, and I love it. Anyways, yeah, so tomorrow night, we'll be doing something? The converter hasn't shown up yet, so Sonic Heroes is still up in the air. I don't really know if I'll be seeing it in time. I guess one last thing we can do is we can check my shipping, or my tracking number for it. It says arriving today by 8 p.m. God, I hope so. Today being technically tomorrow, depending on how you define it. SPS tracking. It is in transit. Okay, so it's in my city, apparently. So it should get here tomorrow. So tomorrow should be Sonic Heroes. I make no promises. It'll either be Sonic Heroes or Advance. So either way, something good to show up for. And if you want to keep up to date on that kind of thing, link to this Discord is down below. Let me check. Does it still work? Yes, it does. It does indeed. We've got a couple people in there now. Still not the most active place on the planet, but we've got some people. We've got some fan art that gets posted occasionally. And more importantly, it keeps you up to date on when the stream's going up, so... Anyways, yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. Yeah, I guess I'll see you tomorrow night, probably around 10-ish. Hello, Toontastic, you showed up right when I was ending. Yeah, I was literally just about to turn off the broadcast. I'm sorry. I mean, you showed up just in time for me to say that tomorrow night is most likely Heroes. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know we go over a lot, but tonight we had to sort of cut the talking section short. I have some stuff I gotta work on. Anyways, yeah, that's gonna be it for me tonight. So I hope you guys have a great night. Thanks for coming out. I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow night. 10 p.m. Pacific, playing some Sonic Heroes Advanced something. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Good night, guys.